Oh, I almost peed. That is my personal space. So sorry about that. Hi. Last week, we did a closet clean out, and in said closet clean out, we found some items that needed to be mended or tailored, and y'all said, make a video where you mend and tailor. Make a video where you tackle your death pile. Here we are. But we're not just tackling one death pile this time. One, because I think that would be kind of boring, but also there are multiple death piles in my life that need taken care of. And such, this video is going to be much more focused on getting my life together, resetting some things, but in a very chill, fun, sexy, cool, cute way. One of those death piles that we're going to be tackling includes getting some items ready for listing that we pulled out of my closet last week. More info on that later. So without further ado, if you're trying to be productive, if you're doing the dishes or tackling a death pile of your own, let's do it together. Throw me on in the background, put me in a little mini player, and let my dulcet tones guide you on a productive and slightly chaotic journey. I have a very shameful secret. Part of me getting my life together is exposing the secret and doing something about it. There are many kinds of death piles you can have. Your mending death pile that we've already talked about. The pile of clothes that just sit on your chair in your bedroom, and when you wake up in the middle of the night, it kind of looks like a monster and you get very frightened. And then there's the death pile of things that need to be hand washed or spot treated that, well, I'll just show you. This hamper is full of such items, and some of these items have been in this hamper for months, over 12 months, yeah, over a year. Okay, listen, a lot of them are like special occasion items that you don't wear every day, so it doesn't really cross my mind on the day-to-day to spend time cleaning them. I feel like there's gonna be like fungus growing in this basket. Let's just dive in. Let's see what we got. Yeah. I totally forgot about this. Little turtleneck tank. Made of silk. You might be a steamer. How do we feel about steam cleaning? I feel fine about it. If it doesn't stink, that's all we can ask for, you know what I mean? In this day and age, in this economy, this dress has literally been in this hamper since last summer when I wore it for this video. Gosh, there's so much stuff in here. I don't know. What are you? Yet another maxi length animal print dress. She has a type. I forgot about my wolf girl vest. What are you? I was definitely scared of more of this happening, so we will hand wash you. Oh, I almost peed. Baby, that's mildew. That's probably why I'm sneezing. Oh. I should disinfect this basket. Everything's sorted. Let's get to soaking. The star of the show. Regular soap. Good soup. What you gonna do with all those socks? All those socks inside that sink? I'm not, you know what? It's honestly none of your business. Got our hands on a lot of dirty clothing related honeypots right now. Bathtub clothes are soaking, steamed clothes are drying, and machine washed clothes are, I'd assume they're tumbling at this point. So I'm gonna wrap up all of this and then we'll get started tomorrow with mending and DIYing some clothing. Oh, actually in the meantime, while we wait, I'm getting into some trouble. Specifically, I'm bidding on an online estate sale auction. There's this lot of costume jewelry. Vessel charm, yes, no, maybe charm, naked baby charm. Currently bids are at $3. Wish me luck. Okay, bye for real. It's so gloomy today. I wanna hold you till I die. Do we all break down and cry. And just like that, we have a smoothie. I've never seen the spin-off of Sex and the City, but oh, I can't help but imagine at the end of every episode they have to say, and just like that, fill in the blank. And just like that, I farted. All right, let's go. I need your opinion. I think it was 2 videos ago that I thrifted this amazing new feather-filled duvet and this gorgeous handmade quilt topper. What I didn't tell you is that months ago, I got another vintage quilt, and I don't know which one to use. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet because I wanted to do this together. So let me show you our other option, and we can get our quilt game right this summer. Hold please. Here she blows. Hello? So I got this from Able Shop on Instagram. They were having a moving sale and the owner cut me a sweet, sweet deal. Go check them out. Was I on the market for a quilt? No. But when I saw this, how could I say anything but give me that, please? I was a little concerned that this would be too hot for the summer, and I don't think this has any batting. Perfect! That purple with this kind of pale emerald green and the yellow tassels. So you see my dilemma, right? 2 amazing coverlets. How do we choose? And when we have a creative problem, a dilemma to decide on, why not make it a little more exciting, a little more colorful with a new variable? So that's where our friends over at Brooklinen come in, who kindly sponsored this video and also extra kindly sent me their organic hardcore sheet bundle. I was able to choose from over 20 plus colors and patterns. Oh my gosh, girl, we match. How'd you know? In these hardcore bundles, you get extra pillowcases, a duvet cover, and the core sheet set, and you can save 25% that way by getting a bundle, which is awesome. And for me personally, if I'm gonna invest in something new that's not secondhand, I want it to last forever, and I want it to be good for me and the planet. And these sheets are an investment that are gonna last a long time and get softer with every wash. In Brooklinen's own words, give yourself the best sleep. Bozo. Okay, they didn't say that. I added that. I was specifically interested in these organic options, not only because they're made in Portugal with GOTS certified organic cotton, which ensures that the materials are grown organically, and it also requires the manufacturing process to meet environmental and socially responsible standards. We love that. Apparently they're also good for hot sleepers, which I think Gus will really appreciate because I'm gonna out him real quick. He's a sweaty boy, and that's why we love him. Wow. Wow. And this just in, here's Kathleen after experiencing a full night with Brooklinen sheets. Kathleen, how'd you sleep?
I slept great. I didn't wake up in a pile of sweat.
And how'd the sheets feel?
They feel like those sheets that you get at a hotel, like cool and crispy. Please stop talking to me.
That's what I like to hear. Brooklinen was founded with the philosophy that people deserve simple, beautiful home essentials at a fair price. And for an even fairer price, Brooklinen is offering my viewers a special discount of $20 off any order over $100. Just click the link below and use my code KathleenIllustrated20. Thank you, Brooklinen. Now let's finally choose which vintage quilt we're gonna use. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? So here's option 1. Very toot. Warm, cozy. Or is this the energy we're going for? I think that this option is the more surprising, playful choice. But this one's like, anyone who walked into this room would see this and be like, that looks good. Is it too much to pattern clash both? This blanket's softer. Let's go with this one. Let's make some pants. Do I have chocolate on my face? I just ate ice cream and salsa for dinner. My chaos tank is full, so let's chop some pants up. We've got 3 levels of tailoring, I guess you would call it, that we're gonna tackle today with these pants. And I say pants, but they will not be pants for much longer. They will be shorts, because guess what? I don't have any shorts. Okay, I have these. And I think I just like a little bit longer of a short. Not super long, I'm not quite a Bermuda girly, but like a mid-thigh. Love how these vintage jeans fit me, but they are unfortunately a little too short and a little too skinny at the ankle. So this is our first level. We're gonna just make them cut off shorts. Second level, I have these silk black elastic shorts. So comfy, and also I feel like they can be super classy if styled correctly, but they're a little too long. We're just gonna shorten them just a tad. And for that, we're gonna just do a classic hem job. And then we have these beautiful silk trousers. They fit me beautifully, but like the jeans, they're tapered in at the ankle and they're a little bit too short. So we're gonna actually make these into shorts and we're gonna give them a nice cuff. I feel like that would look nice with the tailored pants. So this is level 3. I do not know how to do a cuff, but we will learn. Second week in a row of not wearing pants on the internet. Oh, sorry, Mom. Okay, I had to try the Bermuda. I've seen people styling them with like these little ballet flats. I don't want to wear these, but I guess I understand. Let's go shorter. I like this. I like this a lot. I'll show you it styled in a cute way at the end of the video, but most importantly, I can squat, baby. Here are the shorts. You guys. The more I look at these shorts, the more I don't want to cut them. So I'm not gonna cut them. They're kind of the perfect length if I just roll the waistband once. Love it. Also, I'm watching my friend Laurel on Twitch get jump scared. And I'm not saying that I'm also scared, but I'm a little scared. And if you like watching variety streaming, specifically farming sims and horror games, Laurel's stream is the stream to be at. Okay, I'm gonna tackle the hem shorts tomorrow when my brain works better. Good night. Stay. Stop. Stop it. I really dislike using studio lighting. Oh! But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I was gonna sneeze. Good day. Here's an update. All dirty clothes are now clean clothes. Are they dry? No, because I left them outside because it wasn't supposed to rain, and then guess what happened? I live in Ohio, so the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen. It did, in fact, rain. So we wet, but we clean. And now it's time to cuff some pants. We're gonna learn a new sewing skill this week. Exciting. Do you have a drink? Maybe some Wawa? Do you need some? Here, have some. Open up. I imagine you look like this right now. Very cute. Or should I say toot? So first things first, let's decide how short we want these shorts to be. I'm thinking like to my fingertips. And I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. Doink. So here's the sitch with this hemming situation. Whoa, that is my personal space. I'm gonna share my process, but this isn't really a tutorial because a million amazing tutorials already exist, and I'm not the expert on this subject. So this is the video I used from J Stern Designs, I think. Why is it that all of the best sewing and crafting tutorials are from at least 8 years ago? That's where the good stuff is. Boy, oh boy. Chop, 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 chop. Haha, that was allowed to be chaotic because that was just extra. We're gonna be cutting along this bottom line really cleanly. So since we gotta be careful in other ways, let me just get my chaos tendencies out and just go, ha, 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 ha. That's the good stuff. Wait, where am I supposed to be sewing? I'm sewing on the wrong spot. Great start. Beep hole, beep beep hole, beep hole, beep hole, beep hole, beep hole. My beep hole hurts. It doesn't. Whee! Woohoo! I just put these on for the first time. They feel kind of weird. Let's see. Huh. Wait, those are actually kind of cute. I still need to like sew or tack the cuff up and steam them again because they're a little crinkly wrinkly at the moment. I was hoping that they would be like wider. It's like more of a A-line, but that just wasn't the cut of the pans in the first place, so gotta manage my expectations there. All right, let me clean these up a little bit, but I'm pleased. I'll show you them styled. You guessed it, at the end.
A dog? Kashi.
See you tomorrow, bye!
But instead it was conveyed as representing something that they at least to consider. Right.
So sorry about that. Hello, teens. I should sit like this more often. You know what they say, clean space, clean space. And it feels good having a little more organization in this here space, I gotta say. Today, it's wrap up time. I wanna nip my last couple tasks right in the bud, right where it hurts. Starting with sewing up a couple of busted seams. Here comes Gus. Hello? Are you okay? We're sewing up a couple seams. And then, if you remember last week during our closet clean out, I mentioned that I wanted to put some of the items out into the ether for y'all to get your grubby little paws on. And I know that there are international viewers, and I wanted to choose a platform that was friendly to that, so I know this sounds crazy, but I think we're gonna go with eBay. That also gives me the opportunity to start the auctions super low, so hopefully you can get something for a good deal. And we're also gonna donate some of the proceeds to a good cause. We'll talk more about that later, but I need to take pictures and clean things if they need to be cleaned, so that's our second task. And if you're interested in that auction/sale, keep watching. This is all the stuff that we need to sort, clean, take pictures of, and get listed for y'all to get your grubby little, stinky little, tiny little paws on. We'll start with a crowd favorite, the vintage vacation dad shirt. I'm so glad a lot of y'all seem to be interested in this because it deserves a good home. There's also some stuff that like isn't really one of a kind, not vintage, so I'll probably just end up donating that or taking that to a women's shelter. But let me show you some of the goods. We got this very flouncy vintage handmade open shirt. Very cool, would fit a multitude of sizes. Powerful 80s silk dress. You know it's getting listed. Donate, donate. This black silk dress that I tried on last week that has these really pretty sequiny flowers. We'll list it. And I found the little t-shirt that goes on top. And it has this really pretty open back with a little button closure at the bottom. We'll list this little psychedelic set. Yellow dress we'll list. Black chain dress we'll list. A lot of y'all were interested in this polka dot birthday dress with the buttons. It kind of feels like it might be rayon though. Let's see if I can wash this. I feel like this will not wash well. We shall see. Blue Dickies jumpsuit, we shall list. Green vintage two-piece set, that's a list. My Joker dress, list. Two-piece peach set, we will list. And our trendy green cropped blazer, we will list. I did so much laundry yesterday, do I really have to do more today? And I feel like there's about to be riots in the comments, but the Ungaro jacket, the plaid one, that was also very popular. Oh, the sun, it burns. That's gonna go to my friend. Sorry. All right, let's get these washed, snap some pics, and get them listed. Exciting. Kashi, you gonna be good?
Go protect the house. Blink once if you're gonna, I don't know, like have a house party.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. So remember the other night when I was getting into trouble with online auctions? Today I reap what I sow. I'm gonna go pick up my goodies. I did end up getting that filing cabinet, which I'm so pumped about, to put under my desk, but I do have to carry it myself out of the basement. I think I can do that. Either way, it's gonna happen. Cool. Definitely not vintage, which is kind of a bummer, but still cute. Hi, little baby. Little angel. Goodbye. Sweet little babies back there. There's 2 of them. I couldn't resist. No words, just right. Let me back up. So, filing cabinet. Cool. I feel like I overpaid for it. I would not spend that much if I had known that it was probably from Wayfair or Walmart or something. Happens to the best of us, but I'm extremely pleased with my jewelry haul. So pleased, in fact, that I could not wait to put this on. Now you may be thinking, this is a pretty chunky charm to have on one necklace. And I do kind of fear that I'm gonna knock my own teeth out by wearing this, but hey, beauty is pain. Anyways, recently there's this gal I follow on Instagram that goes by Sababa Vintage. If you want some amazing vintage style inspo, go check her out. She has this huge, like, chunky ribbon charm that she wears. When I first saw that, I was like, how can we channel that energy? We have the vessel, which I think is like a little perfume dipper, and it's on these chains that then connect to your main chain. And I think that's off the chain. And then let's look at everything else I got. This really cool silver charm, it's sterling silver, and it's got this really cool thick chain, and it says Sandy on it. Wonder who Sandy was. Kinda makes me sad, but very cute. And then this yes no spinner charm. It's a little graduate baby. So accomplished at such a young age. Another Monet charm. It's 2 little slippers. Cute. Theater masks. Drama. And a little heart pendant. That is just asking to be engraved upon. And a fake pearl necklace, but I won't complain about that. This is actually perfect, this perfume necklace. Since we are all canonically extremely stinky, let's get you a little dab. First things first, we gotta talk about the main attraction. And that main attraction is jorts. The jean short that will keep you cool, all summer long. Also kind of feel like Ursula from Kiki's Delivery Service, you know, the artist that lives in the woods and is friends with all the crows? Yeah, now that I think about it, that's kind of my whole vibe. Huh. It all makes sense now. And this is just a really simple little summer outfit you could scoot around town in, or let's dress it up a bit. And by dress up, I mean add a couple new layers. The euphoria I feel while wearing this outfit. It's fun. It's a little clown coated. I love the little red pop on the bottom and the yellow pop in the blazer lining. Perfection. I've been wanting to try like an oversized blazer with shorts since I did my outfit recipes video. If you haven't watched that, it's a good one. Check it out. And this is exactly what I wanted it to be. Next, we've got our business safari shorts. I am so pleased, not only with how these turned out, but the fact that I learned a new sewing skill. I really do like this black and olive combination. I'm feeling very Kim Possible. With the layered up necklaces, this is instant cool energy. So although we didn't mend and DIY as many items as I have in my death pile, because as you saw last week, there's literally a mountain, this was a good start, and I'd love to do more of these let's take a week and just knock out some projects and have a good time type of videos. And if you like this style, let me know. I had fun putting it together for y'all. I'll say it. What a week. What a week it's been. We dove into multiple death piles this week. We hand cleaned items. We made some shorts. We finally chose the perfect vintage quilt for our beds. And we completed our closet clean out. Well, that's kind of a lie. I asked y'all last week if you'd want to see more closet clean out type of videos where I go through my shoes or my shirts or the other couple closets that I have clothing in that I didn't show you last week. And you said time and place will be there. So more closet cleanouts coming your way soon. For now, if you want to check out the listings that I have up on eBay of a couple of the pieces that I pulled out of my closet, here's the info. I'll also put more instructions down in the description box. I'm gonna keep the starting prices pretty low. It's gonna be open internationally. So I really hope you can get something that you love. And if eBay doesn't work well for you, let me know down in the comments what would be better next time. I'm gonna run a poll here on my community page and also on Instagram talking about which charity we should donate donate to with the proceeds. So if you want to keep in touch for that and for all future videos, then please feel free to subscribe if you'd like. I'd really appreciate it. I post most weeks and it seems like people have a pretty good time here, so I think you will too. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kathleen Illustrated for more illustrate-y, styly goodness. And finally, if you'd like to check out Brooklinen, don't forget to click the link in my description and use the code Kathleen Illustrated 20 to get $20 off your order of $100 or more. I gotta say, I'm feeling big Ace Ventura vibes with this outfit, and I'm not mad about it. I hope you have a great week. Here, take some anti-stink potion for the road. Still stinky. And that's why I love ya. Bye!